Who could we say that has the biggest rivalry between the 20th and 21st century? The Beatles and the Beach Boys, perhaps? Radiohead and Muse? Perhaps Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd? But everyone seems to remember the 90s dark ages of the rivalry between Blur and Oasis. These two bands exploded brit-pop. Both Parklife and What's the Story Morning Glory were absolute classics. So I thought, why not make part 1 and part 2? Part 1 we're going with Blur, and part 2 we'll be going with What's the Story Morning Glory. So, for now, let's look at Blur Parklife. Let's get on with the first song, Girls and Boys. Everyone knows this one. It's basically a great song for parties, but it's a standable song. It's basically like Millennium, like that. It's pretty standable, but you usually hear it when it gets on to parties and all that. I've heard it so many times, and it's wearing on as a bit thin, but if you've never heard the song before, great, obvious track pick, really like it still, and yeah, I really do recommend it. Please listen to this song when you get the chance, watch the music video with it, and I give the song a 9 out of 10. The next song is called Tracy Jacks. Now, this is my brother's favourite. We don't care about your brother's favourite. Anyone want to know about yours? Well, I can bearing in mind, I am not exactly a person who was up and running back in 1994. I was barely an embryo back in that time. But, yeah, my brother, Tracy Jacks, this is his favourite album of all time. So Tracy Jacks, it's a lot more poppy. Well, that's what it mainly was. David Araban, however you say his name, Alaban or Araban. Alaban made this album specifically to sound like the 90s. Done an excellent job, especially with Tracy Jacks. It's got the background sort of electronic noises, which are good. It's got the good classic kind of background vocals, sort of suited. And Tracy Jacks is a very interesting song. It's nice and lively, gets you up and running. I'd give this one an 8.7 out of 10. Third song, End of a Century. Well, it was an end of a century, indeed, end of a millennium. But End of a Century is indeed a very famous song, probably one of the famous on here. Lyrics are interesting. Basically, I think they're supposed to talk about like the average person, like sex on TV, basically all about TV. It's all about TV alone, this album. Jubilee's all about TV. Magic America's about TV. We'll concentrate about that later. London Loves as a TV presenter. But sticking to the proper song, End of a Century is a very nice song. Really do recommend it. Another track pick for me. I give this one an 8.9 out of 10. Now then, Parklife. Well, this is such a classic. It is indeed one of my favourite songs on the album. It sort of annoys us when bands call the album the same name as one of the songs. But Bill Daniels and Blur, what a very good combo. Watch the music video, I'll put the link in the description below. Such a jolly 90s song, I really love it. So happy. It's a great song to put in the car if you're just walking up in the morning. I don't know, this morning in fact. I really love this song. Great lyrics, it's funny, it's charming, and the chorus is always, it's a song that you're probably singing at a football match or whatever. Parklife, obvious classic, one of the best, 9.4 out of 10. The fifth song is called Bank Holiday. This is basically like a punk sort of song. What I mean is short, very very fast flowing, and interesting song. It's not one of my favourites, but it's still very good. Again, like Parklife, it's got that sort of quirky kind of lyrics which are really good. And yeah, I'm not a fan of punk and that sort of thing, but then again, David Albarn purposely made like that to summarise the 90s, because indeed 90s, you know, punk. I like it. It's not a track pick, but Bank Holiday is still indeed a good song, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10. The 11th song is called Trouble in the Message Centre. Now, at first listenings I thought this was just an average rock song. I didn't think it had that much appeal, but then I started listening to the lyrics. Now, before you say they're not anything that's really good, they're very simple, like I am the message centre, I am in control. It's very silly, and but the chorus is very catchy, and listening to it a few times it's actually became very favourable. It's not my favourite, but I do think it's very good, and overall I give it an 8.9 out of 10. Debt Collector is one of 2 instrumental tracks on Parklife, the album. If you listen to it, it's got such a 90s feel, which is good. It's a nice instrumental. It reminds me of Madness quite a lot, which is no bad thing. But overall, it's a bit where you don't really concentrate with the album, and just sitting back and enjoying it. Good instrumental, but not a masterpiece in any way, but still very good. I'd give this one an 8 out of 10. The 8th song is no longer sent by Albarn, which is now what I've found out his name is. It is sung by a guy called Alex James. The 8th song, Far Out. It is indeed far out in sort of trippy sense. For a guy who hardly ever done a Blur song, I think I give him credit for it, because indeed for that sense it's a good song. But it's not my favourite. Certainly probably the most different song on the album. I really do think it's an interesting piece, but it's not a track pick, but it's a very interesting listen. So I'd give this one an 8.3 out of 10. Okay, getting on to the second half of the album, certainly my favourite, because it contains all the ones that are never really famous, but are still very good. Right, 9th song, To the End. This is a much loved song by Blur. Got that French style to it. Just gonna laugh far. Yeah, it's all very good. Loads of people like it. I think it's a tiny bit overrated. Very tiny bit. It's a beautiful piece, but emotional is a good thing, which isn't really what Parklife's about, but I really like this song. I'd give it a 9.2 out of 10 easily, but I think it's a tad overrated, but that's just me, probably because I've listened to it so many times, like Girls and Boys. Have a listen to yourself, and you'll probably like it. 10th song is called London Loves. Now I'll just like to say, London Loves, Trouble in the Message Centre, Clover Overdose, Magic in America. Those packed together is my favourite bit on the album. London Loves is fantastic. It's so bloody catchy. It's amazing. I love London Loves. It is so catchy. I don't know how they can think such so catchy, but in the sense that you can listen to it a few times and it'll still be catchy. Like, it was so catchy one time. I couldn't get to sleep. I had to put it on again so I could listen to it, and then get a bit bored of it, go to sleep, and then wake up and craving of London Loves again. The only downside I would say is, like I mentioned previously, there's like a news presenter saying stuff and it lasts a bit too long, tiny bit too long. But apart from that, that's the only negative I can see in it. I give this one a 9.3 out of 10. Definitely a track pick for me. The 11th song is called Trouble in the Message Centre. Now, at first listenings I thought this was just an average rock song. I didn't think it had that much appeal, but then I started listening to the lyrics, Now, before you say they're not anything that's really good, they're very simple. Like, I am the message center, I am in control. It's very silly, and but the chorus is very catchy, and listening to it a few times is actually became very favourable. It's not my favourite, but I do think it's very good, and overall I give it a 9.9 out of 10. Clover Over Dover is probably my favourite song on the whole album because of this guitar. That guitar is beautiful. It has the best guitar in the whole album, and it's just so amazing. I just love this song to bits. It's fantastic. It's a good one to go to sleep in, and quite powerful lyrics. And I just think it's fantastic. I can't really say it in any other way. The tune is great, the singing is great, the backup singing is fantastic. So many different catchy bits. Like have one catchy bit, and keep playing another catchy bit, and then go back to the other one, and then have a different one. It's always keeps flowing. It's amazing. I love the song. But I'll give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Really, please listen to this song. The next song is called Magic America. Now then, this is again one of my favourites on the album because once again, like I said, fantastically catchy. The chorus, la 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 la, he wants to go to Magic America, he'd like to go to Magic America. So nice to be in Magic America. The way it's sung is just fantastic. One of my Mario Kart videos I had it as backup, but not trying to advertise or anything, just saying that I liked it. I love to put it in one of my videos as backup singing music. Again, track pick, 9.4 out of 10. Please, if you get the chance, if you like brit-pop, this is the song for you. Really, really excellent song, and yeah, moving on. 14th song is called Jubilee. It's basically about a guy who watches too much TV. And he does other stuff. It's one of the worst songs in my opinion. It sounds like so averagey rock. But it's not that bad, but I can't really describe it too much. It just seems to just drag on a bit. I quite like it, but if I had a choice, I wouldn't listen to it. Give this one 7.3 out of 10. Right, 15th song, This Is a Law, is again like To the End. Very highly favourable, and I love it as well. It's more psychedelic, and well, we all know Oasis and Blur have a tiny bit of influence with the Beatles. That's no bad thing, of course. I really do love this song. It's a track pick. Once again, there's a lot of track picks, but like I said, it's a classic, this album. Like I say, it takes a few tries to listen to. It's probably one of the hardest, like I say, to get into. But once you do, masterpiece. Everything's great about it, and I really think of any flaws about it. 9.3 out of 10. 16th and last song. This is called Lot 105, and like, what's its name? The Debt Collector, is an instrumental track, and it's got that accordion that you sort of hear in, it's hard to describe. That's where I'm from, you know, you sort of hear it in like carnivals when you're near the beach, and I think it's really good. I think it's better than the Debt Collector. It's a nice ending to the album, and overall, yeah, good instrumental, nothing special, but better than the Debt Collector. 8.2 out of 10. Right, that is Parklife here. Overall, oh dear. Overall, it is a masterpiece. It is so fantastic, and I really do recommend this. Overall, fantastic. I love it to bits. Track picks main for me: London Loves, Girls and Boys, Parklife, Clover Over Dover and Magic America. The songs I wouldn't be so overjoyed to tell you to get is probably Jubilee, The Debt Collector and Navy Bank Holiday. But that's about it. Overall, I give this album a 9.1 out of 10. I think it's very, very good, like I've said so many times. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and join me in part 2 when we review What's the Story, Morning Glory. See you later, have a good day, or good night, bye bye.